Today is a special day as my new book, Faith, The Salesman's Creed, How My Father's Faith Shaped My Career in Core Business and Real Estate. As I was thinking about this day, I was reminded of how my faith started. As a young man, I remember that I went to a cornfield. After harvest, there's always a leftover corn. It was through that corn that I picked and I bought my first chicken. What really encourages me and inspires me is the same faith that I had as a young man. It's the same faith that I'm using in this season of my life. About a year ago, God put in my heart to get into real estate. And it was during one of my biggest deals, which was a listing of over $1 million, that deal fell apart. That was the beginning of my new book, because it was through that challenge that I had to reach back to my faith, which specifically to my faith of 1999. I always listen to Steve Harvey, and he talks about jump. At one point of your life, you have to jump. It was 1999 and the year 2000 that I jumped into the desire of my life. And I jumped on the plane to come to this country, which the whole story is in the book. And it was what happened in that year that I needed that spirit, that moment to be able to overcome my real estate deal. And that's how I started writing this book. And it started by faith is a substance of things hoped for. And what inspires me now is what I'm believing God for. I'm believing God for the success of this book because I believe that God wanted this story to be told of my walk with Him by faith. And I don't know how many people out there are going to be inspired by the book, but the book is already inspiring me myself to aspire to achieve the goals that God has put in my heart. As I venture into real estate, God has given me the platform to be able to come up with the 5 steps of assisting my customers. With those tools are available on my website. I'm also a certified probate realtor. God has given me the ideas and also put a platform to be able to assist my clients through probate real estate. So as I believe God for this journey that I'm walking, I encourage you to be inspired by this book, because this book is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, all the stores that you can have access to the book. And I'm humbled because 1 year from today, I will be giving you a testimony of what God has done with the book and what God has done in my real estate journey. So be inspired today, dream and reach your dreams, stretch your faith, and let God answer your prayers. Because I do believe that we have to read to the calls that we have in life. For that, I'm a book reader myself. I believe that getting knowledge and understanding a mindset to be able to achieve those goals, you have to read books. So if you want to believe and have faith, read my story of walking with God by faith, starting with believing God for a shoe, believing God for the first chicken, believing God for good grades, believing God to go to a good high school, believing God for my trip to America, believing God in the long 17 years that I sold vehicles. I was blessed in selling vehicles because it was through selling vehicles that I connected with a lot of people from different backgrounds. And what was really, when you hear about the invisible hand of God, I could pick up a phone. And what I always do with all my clients is to tell them of the services I will provide. One of that service was I picked up all my customers coming out of state, out of the country, at the DFW airport at no charge. One of my incidents was picking up a guy from Canada. He came, I picked him up, and he bought a vehicle and drove back to Canada. I'm doing the same in real estate. I'm providing an ebook on my website, Probate by Sam Lim, which inspires and educates my clients about the 7 mistakes to avoid in probate. I'm also giving you 5 steps of buying a home in a very smoother way. So I have the tools, I have the service to be able to serve you. And the beauty of this is you're going to be part of a journey of faith. I was talking to different clients buying a home, and one of them was saying that, Sam, what if I lose my job? I don't want to commit to buying a home. What if I lose my job? And I want to encourage you. Fear is what stops you from achieving your dreams. The God who provides for that rent would be the same God who provides for that mortgage. So have faith in God. Take a step of faith in the direction that God is going to work in mysterious ways. The invisible hand of God has made this book available at all bookstores. What I'm waiting for is, what is God going to do with his book? And I will share testimony at the end of the year of what God has done. Grab yourself a copy today, be inspired, and I appreciate all the support. Please follow us on our social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be blessed and go after your dreams with God, because we serve a God who is able, and he's there working with you as he directs your steps. Be blessed.